And how about everybody's names to go up on that wall? Wouldn't that be nice for history?
When the sun's out, it definitely feels like spring at the moment. Things in the garden are growing, the daffodils are out. It really is nice. Up until the sun goes away, and then it's actually really cold. It's not quite spring yet, so it's nice to be in where there's a fire. The sun's gone in now, so I am in with the fire, and I'm getting on with prepping ready for the plasterboard now we've got it back. And as you can hear, there you can probably hear bits of the noise from the boiler. So I was thinking about a couple of things. We had a great idea, which I'll go into in a minute, but also I'm just going to go into the attic to have a look at this door. And while I'm there, I want to show you the attic, as loads of you have said what's in the attic. So let's go.
Here's the beautiful stairs up into the attic. Now let's go and take a look at what I wanted to show you. This is kind of the head height up here, and that's why we don't come up here and show you around. There is no space. That's because it's a mansard roof. Ignoring the fact this is quite dark, so this is going to be a little bit grainy for you. It's beautiful, ignoring the cables obviously, which are a modern fitment. Beautiful seeing the old woodwork up here. We're quite high up here, as you can tell. It's not a bad view. Here's our lightning conductor and the weather vane. The weather vane doesn't move, not the end of the world, but that lightning conductor, there's actually trees not that far from the chateau which are taller than that, which kind of defeats the object. Might have to do something about that. I'm also up here checking out to see if we've got any squirrels or anything live in the attic, as lightning is currently obsessed with a fireplace downstairs. Won't leave it alone. So I think, and it's one that's not being used at all. I've got a feeling a squirrel is living in that chimney, but I can't see any signs of it. Again, dark and grainy, but you can see some of the damage we've previously shown downstairs from the chimneys. Here's where it leaked, and that was where the new roof didn't quite do its job. What I want to show you goes even further along. I have to climb through all of these bits and pieces. Small holes, they're lucky I'm feeling fit. So here's where a long time ago this place had a fire. So in this section we have steels for the roof, not the original wood. But I've still got to go further. It's through the little archway over there I need to go. While I'm going past, here's a slight annoyance. Here are many of the shutters from the house, and they all look repairable. It's just they were put in here and they're taken off by the roofers, and then they put the roof on. So they're not going to be the easiest things in the world to get back out of the house, as it's going to involve trying to squeeze them through there and all the way back round. Last little doorway, I have now climbed on my knees from one end of the chateau to the other, just so I can get to show you guys this, so I hope you appreciate it. This, the last bits of plaster work on an old chimney breast, which I think was the one that had the fire. This is what I wanted to show you. There are names of various people that have worked on this place. I think this is, not sure that name, April 1950 something, 59? Not sure, you'll have to tell me. 2011, these are the guys that put the new roof on the place. I'm not going to say my actual thoughts on the quality of their work. I think they did cut a few corners, but it's nice that they put their name here as well. Let's try to find some of the old ones. There's one that's 1885. just down there. You can't quite see. He's written this one downwards. Anyone else get an idea what that is? And then a few more. I'm sure a few more have sadly been lost. There's the plasterwork. Slowly disappears. I'll definitely have to try to save this plasterwork. And now I've shown you that, I'll crawl across the house and back downstairs to get on with what I was doing. And this is that fireplace that Lightning's currently obsessed with. It's obviously not in use, neither is that chimney, but he just sits in front of it constantly, won't move. So I reckon there's a squirrel living in that chimney. So pretty. That's the original vents to let more air into the fire. It really is a pretty thing. What's in here? That's nothing much in it, obviously, but yeah, interesting old piece. Currently, Lightning's version of Netflix just sits in front of it forever. Somewhere upstairs, it could be a squirrel's home, who knows? So while we were talking about this missing door and if we've got one in the attic, and then we remembered the bits I've just shown you on the chimney breast, the names and all the rest of it, and thought, wouldn't it be really nice to put our name somewhere? And we'd wanted to do this job quite quickly with some quick lining paper and quick paint, and then decided against it, we'd do it properly. So we thought, well, we can put our name on this for future, for history. And then what we thought was it would just be a really nice thing if we put everyone that's been on this journey with us on here as well. So all of the patrons, past and present, everyone that's bought us a coffee, everyone's name is going to go written on here for future history, to be able to find it. And basically anyone that is our patron or buys us a coffee and the rest of it, right up until I get round to doing this, which is probably a week, maybe 10 days away, will go on here for future. I just thought it'd be a really nice touch that everyone gets to go on here that's been along this journey. One of the things that we could do with help from everyone at home is what we do about curtain poles, because they're going to be quite important and we do need to order them so they arrive. I've got an idea in mind because we have lots of others, but we've got a few options. In a couple of places we have some like this, acorns. We've found a few options that we like, with a couple that look very similar to what we already have, which is my preference, but you'll have to let us know what you think in the comment section of the video. Now, before I can do anything else, I need to fix the floor in the trailer. And here's the trailer. Basically, this entire floor in the centre was rotten, so nothing, no weight could be put on it. So I've had to pull all that out, and of course all the bolts were seized solid, had to get it cut off. And this marine ply, these sheets, as an example of France, they are 188 euros for those two bits of 15mm marine ply. They're about £37 each in the UK, so just an example of how much more expensive things are here. And then I had to stain them to try to protect them, but it wouldn't dry because it's quite cold. So I used our little paraffin blow heater and turned it into a little drying box. Now I'm just cutting it all up, ready to put in. Then I can go get the materials.
So whilst Billy is working away behind me, as you can hear him, I'm going to be working here on this section, lopping back those trees to create more light. As in the last episode, you saw us cutting down branches from the bottom to create more light here. And now it's time to tidy up and reveal more light in this section. Those trees is just one step closer to the kitchen garden over there, whilst the weather is nice. Hello. Look at him. And the way I plan to complete this project very quickly and whiz through all of these trees up here is through this saw. Now the way it works, especially for branches, is like this, and it'll cut through it very quickly, making the job very easy, instead of using loppers, which sometimes can give you elbow strain, especially when you're high up trying to cut. This makes the job very easy. I'm just going to show you how it works. So it's always got a safety button. So once you press that, and it goes. It really whizzes through any project that you have, whether it be trees or old leggy bushes. It's really invaluable tool, and if you'd like to get one, check out the description. It certainly helps me, and since I've discovered one, I've actually purchased 3 of these. So when the battery dies in one, I can swap to the next one and keep going and keep going, as well as friend like Phil can help out, or any friends that come around. So it really is an invaluable tool. Now let's get on with it, because I'm super excited, because I know this is going to be completed very quickly thanks to this little baby. So here is what the trees look like before. And so this is the finished result after. Now everything is clear except this bit. This tree actually turns out to be 3 feet taller than the rest, so we'll need to get a cherry picker and chainsaw that down off, but otherwise it's lots more light and definitely progress. It's wonderful for me to be able to walk out of the house and see this area clear, more light, and be just about able to see the gardener's cottage. Let's have a look at another angle. And here's the view from the top. It's so nice to be able to see the chateau. I think Philly is getting close to getting the trailer floor done, so better go and check on him so that we can go and get the plasterboard finally. And if you've enjoyed this transformation, then please consider subscribing. So Philly needed help, and I have come to the calling, and I'm basically drilling the holes in the wood, and Philly's underneath when we put the bolts through it to try and secure this new trailer floor onto the trailer itself, so that we can carry lots of things, especially the plasterboards, which we need to get in order to start on the room.
Floor in the trailer's done after lots of work, and now it's off to get our materials from the Brico, from the DIY shop.
Yes, and the trailer is in the back, so I'm super excited to get going. So Phil is driving on the way to our friend's house frantically, because it's 4:30 and we have a curfew lockdown here in France at 6 p.m, which means you have to be at home at 6, otherwise you get a huge 130 I think euro fine. And so we had to drop the trailer off in the middle of basically countryside in a village, and now going to rescue a friend whose car won't start. He can't move it. He also needs to get on, you know, with his life and purchase some things, and I'm not sure what's going on with his car, but we do have a battery pack, isn't that right, in the car?
I always keep a battery pack in the car. Range Rovers are notorious for flat batteries.
Yeah, so we are, luckily that's only 10 minutes away, but it still leaves us time to pick up the trailer, I think head to the shop, which we've ordered click and collect all the plaster sheet boards, and then head back home, which is half an hour. So yeah, it's going to be cutting it short if I'm going to be honest, but life is never dull at Chateau Life. We do say that quite a lot, and it never goes smooth according to plan, doesn't it?
It does not, but you know what? That's what makes it exciting.
And I'm sorry for the shaky video, because Phil is driving and this is the countryside, so the roads are rather uneven. So yeah, we're out. Hopefully this goes according to plan, but it's cutting it rather short. Go Philly, go, go, go.
Episode 10.
Episode 10?
All in distress.
Andy just said it's gonna be episode 10 and it's gonna be called Damsel in Distress. Just throw the battery pack. Come on. Let's go, go, go.
All I'm going to say is, if when we park now and I turn this off, I have a flat battery and I no longer have my little jump start pack, I'm going to be very unhappy with Andy.
We'll be stuck in front of the DIY shop car park.
Well, at least we can live in the trailer.
Yeah, that's very true. Alrighty then. Never a dull moment here.
Now let's hope no one's stolen the trailer.
Yes. So we're super happy. Billy has attached the trailer, which is now in the back, and it was still there, and now it's 5 o'clock. It takes about 20 minutes to get to the shop and 20 minutes back, and obviously we got to pick and load all of that into the trailer. So cutting it short is a bit of an understatement, I think, but yeah, let's just hope there's time for everything to complete and be back just in time for 6 o'clock curfew here.
I'm optimistic. Right, I reckon we're in time, hopefully, now to get everything loaded and get home before 6 o'clock. It's not the fastest things, these.
So here we go. This is our local builders merchants. I say builders, no, it's like a DIY shop. It's not really builders merchants. It's not that heavy duty. All right, Philly, find a parking spot. Let's go and do click and collect.
First time,
yeah. We've ordered click and collect all those plaster sheets, and we've never done that, so we're not really sure how to do this in experience.
I need a couple of other items as well.
Here we are. Picking up our plasterboards for the first time as click and collect. How are you feeling? Excited?
Yeah, just looking at the... Bonjour. Bonjour.
Now the trailer is loaded with the plasterboard and we are ready to go home. We've got 15 minutes before the 6 p.m. curfew and the journey is 20 minutes. So let's just hope there is no police, gendarmes on the road out here, because we don't want to get a fine. But we're really super excited because we are this close to starting on the walls, which is something we've been waiting for forever, and I'm sure you guys are wanting to see the transformation. So yes, I can't wait to begin that.
Let's get home and have some dinner, shall we?
Yes. Home sweet home.
And we're only 4 minutes past curfew.
6:04.
Doesn't look enough, does it? But there are 11 1.2 by 2.5 metre plasterboards and 5 bags of the adhesive. I'll make a start with all of that stuff, I think. Looking forward to it. This is the wallpaper that was actually in here, and unfortunately it was over material, and that was holding in obviously the damp, the smells, and then hiding the silverfish and all the rest of it, which isn't very good. So it had to come off, and now it's just getting rid of the last of it so I can get ready for plasterboard, to get rid of all these bits and the battening, ready to do the big job, which I'm really looking forward to. So best just get on with it.
And as always, a special thanks to our VIP tier patrons. If you'd like to become a patron, then simply head over to the link in the description. That will open the page with all the membership levels, where you can read what each tier level offers. Also, a special thanks to anyone who buys us a coffee. Again, the link would be in the description comments. And if you'd like to buy us a coffee, head over to the link to buy as many coffees as you like and leave us a message. We love reading all the comments sent to us with the coffees.
And if anyone wants to follow us on Instagram or Facebook, the links are above now. And lastly, just thank you to everybody for watching our videos, especially those that let the ads run and help us with the little bits of pennies that add up for the channel. Thank you so much. See you next week.
If you like this episode, then don't forget to subscribe And check out the other episodes suggested coming up on screen now.